Good morning. How are you guys? I'm excited for class today. It's been a while. Long time no see, friends. So we are going to do a grounded and centering flow. So get your mat, get your bolster if you want to. You don't need it.
Turn your mic on.
I did turn my mic on.
Good.
Can you hear me? I hope so. Yeah, get on your mat, get out your props. We don't really need anything, but bolsters are always nice. So once you are seated, that's how we're going to start out. So find a comfortable seat. If cross-legged is comfortable for you, sit up really tall. And we'll start with the eyes closed here. Just starting to feel a connection to our space, so our present moment, if you will. Flip the palms to face up, allow some energetic receiving here. So just an openness. If you'd like to flip and ground just a little bit, since we are grounding, kind of contain your energy, feel free. And then start to just quiet the mind. And start to find this awareness or this observation of self. Maybe just notice how you feel physically this morning. Notice what you woke up with, energetically, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. That's a handful of things and ways that we can feel. So just giving it a moment, maybe a pause on each one. And then we'll start off with Nadi Shodhana, so alternate nostril breathing. We're going to keep the left hand right here. You can connect if you practice mudras. If not, hands open. So this mudra is a universal connection, so connection to self and to the universe here, this Jin mudra. Take the right hand to the face. Right thumb, rest on the right nostril. Pinky finger and middle finger rest on the left nostril. The other two can kind of maybe press onto the forehead, or you can tuck them in, surfs up, whichever one you choose. And then sit up really tall here. Take a big deep breath in through the nose. Just exhale, let it go out the mouth to start. Hello, Panda. Take a big deep breath in. At the top, plug both nostrils, pause. When you're ready, exhale out the right. At the bottom, plug both nostrils, pause. When you're ready to inhale, plug left, inhale right. At the top, plug both and pause for as long as feels comfortable. As you're ready, plug right, exhale left. At the bottom, plug both nostrils, pause. When you're ready to inhale, plug right, inhale left. At the top, plug both, pause. As you're ready to exhale, exhale right. At the bottom, plug both, pause. You're ready to inhale, inhale right. Keep left plugged. At the top, plug both and pause for as long as feels comfortable. So these retentions are just as important as the actual breath here. So noting these as well. When you're ready, exhale left. At the bottom, plug both and pause. Notice this retention in that empty space of breath. As you're ready to inhale, plug right, inhale left. And then just continue this your pace, your breath. So I'm going to continue the breath as well, and you continue moving in your pace. And when you're ready to let the breath go, finish out the cycles, exhale out the mouth. And then come back into your space here with the eyes closed, sitting up really tall. Bring some awareness into what is connected to the earth. So bring some awareness into your foundation. And then from that space, start to align the spine. So bringing the shoulders above the hips and then bringing the head right on top of the shoulders, reaching tall through the crown of the head. And starting to breathe that full body breath. So starting to breathe what we call Ujjayi breath. This is a victorious breath. This is kind of our yoga breath, right? So drawing the breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Maybe seeing if you can match the lengths or the durations of the inhales and the exhales. Maybe 4 seconds, maybe 5 seconds. Maybe taking it just a little bit deeper as you draw the breath in, as you start to breathe in from the tailbone. Allow the breath to fill the back body and then hug around to fill the front body. As you exhale, allow the front body to soften and then the back body. Good, so with this breath and with this mindful movement here, drop the chin down to the chest just a little bit. Flip the palms down to the knees and then gently bring the right ear to the right shoulder. And then drop the chin down and bring the left ear to the left shoulder. And then chin down and then start to create some full circles here with the head. So lifting up gently through the chin. Going as slow as you'd like to. Maybe switch directions here. Good, and then come back to center. Sit up really tall. We're going to lift the shoulders up by the ears and start to loop the shoulders or start to create circles with the shoulders. Drawing the shoulder blades down the back, lifting, releasing. And again, inhale, lifting. Exhale, releasing. Good, and then come up to straight here. If this pose is comfortable, stay right where you're at. Maybe you just switch which leg is on top. I'm going to take the left hand to the right knee, right hand to the left knee, and then feel the shoulder blades as they kind of spread away from each other. Drop the chin down. But slowly bring it up. So sort of like this cat-cow movement. Inhale, lift the chin. There in the car. Exhale, drop the chin. So extending and flexing the spine here. Good. Inhale, come back up to straight and then start to open, extend. Exhale, drop the chin down around the back. Good. And then coming from a straight spine, we're going to create this full Garundasana or eagle arm here. So palms together, fingertips lift, elbows come away from the chest. Good. And then that same motion where we're extending and flexing the spine, we're going to inhale, lift, open up. And then exhale, drop it down. And inhale, lift it up. Exhale, coming back down. Good, one more time, come back up to straight. Good, pause here. Feel the lifting from the tailbone all the way through. Start to maybe focus just a little bit more, again, on taking the elbows away from the chest and letting the fingertips lift. Undo this bind. Open the arms straight up, let the palms face the ears. Feel that lifting through the arms, but shoulders are slightly released. Feel the muscles engaged throughout the whole entire arm. Good. Drop the right arm down behind you. Left hand comes to the right knee, and then start to twist or rotate, looking behind that right shoulder. Good. Notice if the breath is sort of stuck in any spot as you start to twist. And if it is, work at bringing it back to this full body breath. Gonna come back to center and then reach both arms up really tall. Good, feel it lifting again, tailbone through the belly, through the heart, through the fingertips, crown of the head. Good, big breath. Exhale, left hand comes by the tailbone, right hand to the left knee, and then look behind you. And see if you can drop the shoulders away from the ears, but stay in that twisting space. Good, back to center. And then we're going to switch the bind. So if you already forgot which one we did, the left hand was to the right knee. So now we're going to take the right hand to the left knee, left hand to the right knee. Figure out which one you didn't do before. Good. So hands on opposite knees, and then that movement of the spine here. So drop the chin down, sort of round the back. Inhale to look up, open through the heart. Exhale, drop it down. Good, inhale, lift it up. Exhale, come back to center, and then we'll complete the bind, Garundasana, eagle arms. Good. Palms come together, elbows start to come away from the chest. And just feel maybe that shift in the movement of the bones and the muscles as the scapulas, the shoulder blades kind of spread away from one another as they kind of protract here. And then we'll create that movement again. So starting to inhale, lift, open up. Exhale, drop the gaze around the back. If it feels really good in one or the other of these spots, feel free to pause. So maybe it feels good to open. Or maybe it feels extra good to pause here in that rounded space. And come back to straight. Straight and centered, still in this placement of the hands. You can bring the elbows away from the chest, fingertips lift. Good. Undo the space with the arms, reach the arms really tall. And then exhale, we'll just bring them forward just a little bit here. So walk the hands forward, stay in this Sukhasana space or this cross-legged space if you can. If anything is uncomfortable, switch. And just a little gentle forward fold. Come back up to straight. You're going to extend the right leg out pretty wide. So wider than you would if we were doing Janu Surshasana. So sometimes maybe we are familiar with this posture here. So we're widening it up a little bit. So the right leg is going to go out. And then the left leg is going to hug in tight. So sole of the foot to the thigh. I'm going to drink some coffee. Good, flex that right foot, so think toes towards the face. Take the left hand right by your hip, reach up, and then we'll side bend over, seeing if you can really stay kind of firm and heavy, foundational, grounded through that right side, but then expanding across the upper body, maybe gazing up. And keep breathing. If you need to adjust the arm, my bolster is right here, it might feel good to do that. But if you need to adjust the arm can go out as far as you need it to. One more breath. Good. Come back up. Keep the body where it's at. Maybe you open, we're going to actually open the leg just a little bit more if it's come in the way mine has. And then we'll forward fold here. If you can use your bolster if you'd like to. So get situated, flex that right foot, big breath. Exhale, walk it forward. Maybe you come down to the forearms, not necessary. Maybe you stay propped up like this. Good. So just notice the shift. And then find the work within this posture here. So there's a lot of work to be done just right here. So pay attention to the breath and to the way the physical body feels, any shift in that mental space. Notice if this hurts any part of the body. So if you feel that this makes your knees irritated, you can change and switch it up. Maybe you lift it up. And we're going to do 2 more breaths here. Good. Come back up to straight. We're just going to switch. So we're going to take the right leg in, left leg out. Maybe adjust to what you need to. Good. And I take the right arm down by the right hip. Inhale, lift the left arm up. So we can stay right here, or you can start to side bend over. Keep some heaviness or groundedness in that left side. But maybe gaze up. You could walk the hand out. Notice if you get distracted in any spaces. So notice where the mind starts to wander, which can happen every second of the practice. If it starts to wander, bring it back to this concentration, this single pointed focus, this internal concentration. And if you don't know how to do that, just focus on the breath. Good. Inhale, come up, and then exhale, bring it forward. So notice the different side to side. Good, maybe you drop the head. So as we practice the physical asanas, we add in this unwavering concentration. And maybe if that's too much to think about, keep the concentration just for 1 breath at a time. Maybe you bring in just the idea of silently saying inhale, exhale to keep you extra focused. Whatever works for you. We're going to do 2 more breaths here. Good. Slowly bring it back up. And then let's take both. Oh, you know what? Let's take the legs wide. I was going to, anyways, open the legs wide here. Upavista Konasana, this wide leg seated forward fold. So if this is enough for you, if you find when the legs come out to this angle that nothing else is going to move for you, that's fine. Just bring some awareness into the feet to start. Flex the feet. Sit up really tall. And then, any amount, we're going to come forward. If you can, kind of roll the thighs backwards. Big breath here. Exhale, any amount, walk it forward. This is a really great spot for this lovely prop here. But if you don't happen to have a bolster, or you didn't grab your couch cushion, the ground will do. Maybe coming back into that space, inhale, exhale. And we find the groundedness, the centeredness when we are focused on this present moment. So if you can, come back to the idea of grounded and centering. We're going to do 5 more breaths here. So maybe in this next breath, you focus on drawing the breath in from the tailbone and allowing the back body to expand wide. Maybe on this next breath, you see if you can lengthen the duration of the inhale just a little bit longer, and then lengthen the duration of that exhale just a little bit longer as well. We'll say one more breath. I lost count. I don't know if you did too. Walk it up. We're going to keep the legs where they're at and just a little twist. Right hand comes behind you. The left hand can stay right where it's at. We're just going to guide the cervical spine into the twist here. So looking over the right shoulder with the head. So this neck is starting to twist. We start to feel this in the upper back as well. But without adding the hand, it might limit the twist just a little bit. Go back to center, switch, right hand right in the center, left hand right behind you. Okay, come back to center. We're going to bring it down to the ground. It's a nice space to be. Bring the knees in first and then drop the chin to the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Slowly make your way down onto your back. Move anything out of the way that you need to. I'm going to move my microphone always. So coming onto the back, separate the feet just about frontal hip distance. Maybe, you know what, a little bit wider actually. Take the hands down, flip the palms down if that feels comfortable, and then walk the feet a little bit forward. So different than from when we come into bridge. We're going to windshield wipe the legs, and maybe you stop at one side, stop at the other side. Just rotate the legs side to side, left and right. If one particular spot feels good, feel free to stop there. And then come back into center. Draw the knees into the chest. Lift up if this feels okay. Bring the forehead to the knees. And then hold this space just for a moment. And then release down. Scoot down just a little bit so you have enough space. Draw the right knee into the chest. Good. We're going to take the ankle on top of the left knee. And then just pausing here. So this is a supine version of Pigeon Pose if you recognize it. Drawing that right knee out to the side. Maybe you take your hands to the thighs and it just gently guides the knee open a little bit. So a few steps into this posture. We'll pause in this one first. And if this feels good and you want to take it just a little bit more, we're going to take the hands. You can take them underneath the hamstring. I've seen when you grab onto the shin as well. So pick what feels best and then guide this knee towards the chest while keeping that right knee open. Maybe you stick the foot up, whichever variation of this works for you. You want to keep the left foot flexed and engaged. Just a reminder that you have it. And then from here, we're going to cross this right knee all the way on top of the left. And then reach down to grab the ankles. Gently guide the heels towards the outer hips. Soften shoulders. And then undo this space gently. Good. Soles of the feet to the ground. Take the feet just a little bit wider, drop the knees to the right, maybe gaze to the left. Switch knees to the left, maybe look to the right. And then come back in. Take this left ankle on top of the right knee. Place the palms maybe on the thighs. So this isn't in any ways shoving the body or pushing the body too far, just guiding the legs open a little bit here, or the hips open. Keeping that breath going in and out the nose. If you can isolate it to that nostril breathing. Good, and then taking the knee in towards the chest, maybe flexing the right foot. Keep that left knee open to the left side, and then from here, cross the legs, knee on top of knee, and then grabbing on to the ankles, guiding the ankles to the outer hips. Soften shoulders, soften the face. Notice if the mind is starting to wander. So when I say that, it's usually because mine is. So bring it back to that concentration in the present moment, on the breath, in the experience, in that connection, and in that grounded space. Good. Undo the legs, draw the knees into the chest, give yourself a squeeze, maybe you lift up. And then when you're ready, bring it down. Extend the legs, maybe your bolster is there. So if you do have a bolster, I'm going to encourage you to put it underneath your calves. No worries if you don't. Take the arms to the side, slip the palms to face up. Press into the elbows just a little bit. So we lift the heart and then slide the shoulders down the back. And if you can neutralize the pelvis, if you're really arching the back because of the lifted legs, kind of slide the pelvis down just a little. Take a big deep breath in through the nose here. Exhale, let it go out the mouth. Do that again, take a big deep breath. Exhale, let it go out. And then one more time, take a big deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, let it go out the mouth. So we're in Shavasana here, allowing the eyes to close, allowing the body to soften and relax into this space. So maybe drawing attention to the jaw and releasing the jaw, softening the tongue. So we release the controlled space of breath here. So the Ujjayi breath is, as I was taught, is not necessary in Shavasana. If you want to continue with that Ujjayi breath, you can. But if you do anything, just keep the breath isolated to the nostrils. So soft through the mouth, soft through the face, but continuing to breathe in and out the nose. And just allow the body to remain here for a few moments. Seeing if you can stay present while completely relaxed. Keeping yourself from completely drifting off. But like right on the edge. So we find our edge in every posture, even in the space of Shavasana. And still feeling that true connection, that grounded space. And then gently bringing it back. So taking a waking breath. Maybe wiggling the fingers and the toes. Good. Reach the arms all the way overhead if that feels good. Maybe stretch. And then roll to the right side. So we pause here. Fetal position, arm resting, head resting. And then allow the hands to help you up. Make your way up to a comfortable seated space here. Take your time to make your way back up. And then we'll end class in the seated space. Flip the palms to face up. And take a collective breath together. In through the nose and out through the mouth. We'll place the palms together at the heart center, so sitting up tall. And take a big deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, let it go out the mouth. Thank you for coming to class, friends. I appreciate all of you and enjoy teaching every Sunday. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Om Shanti.